Currently, Fortnite STW contains 3 melees with a spammable heavy attack, and I tried combining them in one loadout. So let's just take a look at what I've made, starting with the loadout. In the lead, we got Fossil Selfie, essentially giving us enough energy to keep up our heavy attack. The team perk is gonna be Blast from Past, and to activate it we're gonna use Saurian Claws just to get that extra melee damage, as well as Saurian Hide just to guarantee our survivability. Monster Smash is a great way to heal ourselves, and Rapid Charge allows us to infinitively spam the heavy attack. Metal Beat gives us an additional damage boost in combination with a melee attack speed bonus after eliminating 10 enemies. You have the option to change the lead. For example, you could switch out Fossil Selfie with Paleo Luna. But for now, let's just continue with the weapon perks. Starting with the Husk Grinder, we're using a double crit damage build with 1 crit rating and a heavy attack energy efficiency, just so we can keep the energy consumption within limits. Sadly, the Husk Grinder is locked to the fire element, meaning we can only really use the Husk Grinder to the fullest in nature zones, and that's why the core perk is the additional 44% damage bonus against nature elemental enemies. Onto the Seam Thrasher, we got 1 crit damage, 1 heavy attack energy efficiency, 1 critical rating, and 1 damage to afflicted targets in combination to causing affliction as the core perk. In the case you don't want to use the affliction damage as your core perk, you just switch out the damage to afflicted targets to damage to miss monsters and bosses. The Steam Thrasher in addition can be used in every elemental zone. And at last we got the Ear Splitter, with 1 heavy attack energy efficiency perk, 1 damage, 1 crit rating, and finally a crit damage perk. The Ear Splitter is also not locked to any element, meaning it's versatile in any elemental zones. And we also use the stunning or knocking back an enemy with this weapon, causes nearby enemies to dance for a short duration as the core perk, just because this weapon has an insanely high impact. Now we will be taking a look at each weapon in a 140 Destroy Encampments mission that is private and has no modifier. It's not private. This time the lobby is private and we're starting off with a Smasher. And as you can see, the Smasher can't really reach us. That's because the impact of the Ear Splitter is just so high. And that's even without any impact perks. And while it takes a long time killing him, we can still stall him out till the very end. This time we're using the Steam Thrasher against the Smasher and we're dealing way more damage, as you can see, but then again we're constantly getting knocked back. The same goes for the Husk Grinder. So for now let's just continue by basically checking how effective our loadout is against dealing with crowds. And this literally only took 5 seconds. So slowly we're reaching the higher encampments, and this time we got a nature zone. And now you'll get to see what I really love about this loadout, because as you can see there's a right shielder, which normally would be a problem as he's knocking us back, basically stopping us from continuously using our heavy attack. But we're just switching out to the Ear Splitter, so we can basically eliminate him and switch back to the Husk Grinder to clear the rest. And as you know, the Husk Grinder is just insane for nature Husk. This time we got a kind of special encampment, and it's a exploding husks wave, which can be, to be fair, a pretty huge problem for this loadout, but as you can see, I'm just spinning my way through, and while I'm obviously constantly low, my regeneration is just too high. Let's continue with a right shielder wave. By the way, through phase shift we have got a really great movement option, meaning we can escape in situations like these. And here you just once again see like we're knocking back one enemy and all the right shielders are just dancing towards us, and we can easily deal with them. So this time I got a physical encampment with blasters, so we're just gonna use the Steam Thrasher and we're basically just destroying them with the help of Affliction. And now, well, I kind of had a fail in this one. As you can see, the slasher is running down the hill and I kind of wanted to look where he went and I basically just killed myself. Let's just move on to another encampment. This time it's another nature's encampment, meaning we can use the husk grinder to its fullest potential, and we're once again just melting everything away. I'm just gonna run this clip, you can just see how I literally am obliterating every husk. Now, to conclude everything, the husk grinder is ideal for nature zones, while the steam thresher and ear splitter have an advantage to adapt to any element, being better options in fire and water zones, for example. The husk grinder and steam thresher allow movement, while the ear splitter obviously doesn't, but the ear splitter therefore has a huge impact, essentially stunning any husk or mist monster. Moreover, the steam thresher deals the most damage among the bunch due to affliction and the fast spinning rate. But don't forget, this isn't a contest between these three melees, where one is above the others. It's about them working together, with each having weaknesses that the other can cover for, complementing one another.